Hello and welcome to week 6, I want to say, of Road to 351. Funny week, very interesting week, learnt a lot. First day was actually by far the best. Had some crazy lifts this day, so I was doing power triples, hit this easy 110, went up to 115, and yeah, I was just in the zone. I was training with James, Heimer, and I think Sanad, and I hit 3. Wanted to keep going, ended up hitting 5, so it's a huge PB. It was like a 15 kilo 5RM PB power. It's right on track with my 5RM snatch, which I think is 130, so we're looking good. Volume's creeping up, and I've never historically been great at powers, so my powers increasing this much is very promising for me, so very happy with this. Was feeling good on this day as well. Then we had block clean. Nice, easy reps. Went a bit heavy on the snatches, so I played the block clean a bit chill. Did some power jerks as well, with a bit of a pause. And then snatch the pulls, 165. So snatch the pulls are creeping up as well actually, which is, again, I've never really been a massive puller in terms of weights. Good at volume pulls actually, and one of those guys that's never moving them crazy fast, but pretty happy with that. And then some pause mid-thigh clean pulls, which I've been reading wrong with the whole program. These and the pause mid-thigh snatch pulls are not meant to be slow pull to the mid-thigh, they're just meant to be pause mid-thigh, so that made them a bit easier. I believe I was still doing kind of slow here. When I do them for the power lifts on the Thursday, they're meant to be slow pull, so that's really well. And then after, I did a very funky isometric hold, horse stance in the zombie. These have been quite nice to my adductor actually. This was a bit funny on the knee, so I need to, because there's a lot of torque there, I think, at the knee. I need to open the knees out a little bit more, but it's been pretty good. On Monday night, I believe we did squats. Let's see what's happening. Front squats, and these will probably be 150, 160. Yeah, 160. Easy, moving very nice. Keeping in the middle of the foot. Oh, triples, wasn't it? Nice. Drop the chest a little bit on that last one. And then the box step overs, which I'm keeping in more as a function rather than not necessarily strength training, but it obviously is strength training, but I'm not going to load them. Just trying to improve control as much as I can. Get to a point where the control is incredible. And on Tuesday we started with the S&C session, did some bench press, did some iso hold front, yes, with some added weight as well. So again, obviously these are great for the old hips. And currently in my day, I have a lot of time to kill, I have a lot of time to do useful stuff, so I am employing a lot of these ISO variations. I think they're great, they're good fun as well, they're hard work. And then Tuesday's when minor disaster struck, and I hit, very happy with this, 120s for block snatches. I've never been a big block snatcher or block lifter or power lifter. Had the triples on power clean split jerk, did 125, went up to 135 after, and disaster struck. Nice. Very minor disaster. This is 125. Jerk's really happy with actually. What I will say is on the 135 where disaster struck, which I'll tell you about in a minute, the form's actually pretty nice. It's a big set really for me for power clean, the triples, especially Jack Ross style. Keeping the Jack Robs in just because it's really helping strengthen my back. We did 3 jerks, they were all pretty nice actually. Wasn't too bad. That was probably the worst one actually. On the third one, when I landed, I just felt something in my front leg knee, and it was more like in the muscle rather than the knee. So it wasn't too bad at this point. It was only really the next day it was bad. I didn't like I say, it's not necessarily the knee itself, but it was more the very bottom of the quad. And anyway, I had a got very bad on Wednesday. Basically, I think the quad just seized up a lot, and it made any flexion very painful. So we didn't get to do a lot of training, unfortunately, after this day. I'm now recording this on Tuesday, so literally a week after this, and it is pretty much gone. So got the muscle seizure under control, thankfully. Here we have deadlift 200. Very happy with this, actually, returning back up to old pulling numbers. Again, never been a huge puller, but glad that I'm getting some weight through the back. And then this is going to be the last squat you see for a long time, I think. 110s on the Wednesday. This was with major knee pain, so I stopped after this. On Thursday, it actually got a little bit better. Did some training, but I didn't go crazy heavy, and it was just powers, I think. And the powers were okay. Off the floor was a bit funny, but catching in the power was absolutely fine. It's more the full depth. Those were the last squats you're going to see from me for a long time. I'll make another video explaining why another time, but I'm not doing it now, CBA. But here we go. So I did some. Now these were the slow pull PMT, power clean, power drill. I don't know if I remember doing them slow pull, because I only just found out that these are meant to be slow pull, not the pull. So that will change next week. But happy with that. And then this was just another set. Sick. Thanks for filming so much, Benedict. So the quad pain was, well, not quad, the quad spasm, I guess we'll call it, was obviously pretty tough to deal with, but we got over it with isolating hamstrings and activating the hamstrings quite a lot, and rolling out the quads aggressively for a while. The biggest thing was also the side bend variations, and just kind of getting some range in the lateral chain. Open that up a little bit. Sorry, these are the last squats you're going to see from me. I did squat again. 40. Again, this was with somewhat knee pain, to be fair. That is the last set of squats you'll see. Then it really got bad on the Thursday night. Sorry, this was Thursday night. On the way into Friday. To the point where walking downstairs and walking itself was actually tough. This is some virtual back of 20 kilos. Then the Saturday session didn't really happen. Then we got it under control. And I've just trained Monday, and I've just trained yesterday. Sorry, and today. Really fine. 1 out of 10 pain, if that. So that's promising. Got a comp next Saturday. This Saturday coming, so we'll see how that goes. Not expecting anything major. This is Friday back then. Just want to have fun again, and hopefully total more than what I did last time, but I probably will. But we shall see. So.